Hey, what's up everyone, Bubbleking here. Today we're going to be playing Duelyst. Duelyst is a game in beta currently, and it's like a card game mixed with like a board game sort of. Basically you play cards onto a board and then you move it around on like a battlefield sort of. So we'll get started with a game here. We'll play these people.
Lyonar versus
And
Abyssian.
basically, you play cards which either it's spells or minions, and they all have like different effects, and it's similar to games like Hearthstone really. Like, for example, here we have a minion with Provoke, which is basically taunt, which does basically it does a taunt effect in an AoE area around the minion. So we'll see that a bit later. Since we start off first, we only get 2 mana crystals and they get 3. And one of the cool things you can do in this game is you can replace like one of the cards in your hand. Like you can put it back in your deck and draw another card. Like you can do it once every turn. And then you can play that card. So this is an epic card I have here, which is whenever a minion attacks or counterattacks, the enemy minion is dispelled. So basically you'll get rid of any buffs or card text they have. These things on the field are mana crystals, and if you pick them up you get 1 extra mana crystal for that turn. So right now she should be getting an extra mana crystal when she summons her minion on this mana crystal. So she'll have 4 this turn. So she could play 2 mana minions, but she can't, or a 3 and a 1 mana minion. So we'll see what she does here. Now the people I'm versing here, they're really like a zoo type of rush deck, where they summon a bunch of really weak minions and try and take over the board that way. So yeah, see, she just summoned a bunch of 1/1s, and this card over here is a neutral minion, where these ones are a class card. So this guy has Provoke on him, so if we go in a square around him, we're going to have to attack him. So we could walk forward here and just take out this guy here, and we can also walk over here and take out this guy here, and we can play a minion actually. So let's go play this Alchemist, which has a opening gambit, which is similar to a Battlecry effect in Hearthstone. So we can play this here and deal 1 damage to any minion or general. Oh yeah, these are our generals, by the way. They're basically like your hero in Warcraft, Hearthstone, sorry. And if they go to 0, they die. Obviously, yeah, they die and you lose. But you can also give them buffs, which are like artifacts, which you might see a bit later. I don't have any in my deck, but they might have some. So we might be able to see those a bit later. So next turn I'm going to have 4 mana. So we might throw down our Tonka here. Oh, one important thing is Provoke. While they must attack the minion with Provoke, like similar to taunt minions, they can't move when they're next to a minion with Provoke as well. So it's really good at locking down the enemy hero if they're just like running around the whole map. So we see what's going to go on here. She deals 1 damage to our guy. Now this is an airdrop minion, which means you can summon it anywhere on the battlefield. So usually you can only summon 1 square around either your minion or generals. And this allows you to summon like in the corner if you want to. And he just played an opening gambit minion, which buffed the taunt over here. So we could play the Provoke guy here. What we might do is if we attack this, it should silence it. Yeah, there we go. So it silenced it, then dealt the damage. That's a really important thing to take into account, by the way, that it silences first and then damages. So we could play our Archer here. Now archers are really good, well range units in general are pretty good, because when they can attack anyone on the battlefield, but they also can't get damaged, like counter-attacked by a melee minion. So he basically can get free damage off. So he's going to move his provoke minion into the middle here to try and stop my general from being able to move. Now he's going to summon minions close to my archer and try and take her out, because otherwise she's going to get lots of value just being able to take out all of his minions. Okay, well this isn't too bad. How much mana do we have next turn? We have 5 mana next turn. So what we can do here, our general has to attack this provoke minion here, by the way. So what we can do is we can use our archer to take out the free here for free. And then we can use a provoke minion. And where should we summon it? We could actually... No, we have 5 mana. So, if we summon it here, it'll live. We could summon it here as well. Let's summon it here, maybe. That seems like an okay move. And we'll summon our Silver Guard Squire. And let's put that here as well. And then we see how we can't attack these. We have to attack the provoke guy. And they do counter attack, which is why they'll 1 damage back. So yeah, that's the advantage range minions have. But yeah, they usually have some high mana cost or some bad stats to compensate for that huge advantage they have. So if you're able to keep it alive and get it into like a corner or something, they can basically just win you the game straight up. Otherwise, they can be really bad if you're losing on the board. So we're not in too bad of a situation. It looks pretty bad because he has a lot of minions on the board, but they're all really weak. So we can just take him out pretty easily. And really, the only thing we have to worry about is this taunt on the board at the moment, stopping our hero from taking out these 1/1s. So what's he going to do here? He's going to try and go towards the corner, is he? So he moves his taunt guy forward, so our Silver Guard Squire can't take it out. I mean, our Silver Guard Squire can't take out the 1/1s. Okay, so he's got an artifact now. So the artifacts go up here, and basically every time your hero does something, or you know, or it buffs, just like straight up buffs the attack of the general or something like that, it goes up here. You can have multiple of them, and they all have different effects, and they only have 3 durability. So if you take damage 3 times, it disappears. So a lot of ways to get rid of them are with like spells and stuff, so that usually prevents the artifact effect from being useful. Like if it has plus damage to the hero and you ping it like 3 times with an archer or like minions or spells or something, it'll get rid of it. And that's why these 1/1s are actually pretty strong against artifacts, because the increased damage doesn't really affect them and they can get rid of it pretty easy. What are we gonna do here? We have rush minions, so we could play a rush minion and then run our Silver Squire in. We could play a taunt. We could do this. This wouldn't be too bad of a play, I think. We can throw this down. We could do that. Or we could do this. Deal 2 damage to a minion. Use our general to kill it off. And now there's no provoke, so we can start taking out these minions here. So we have a provoke on her general at the moment, so she can't move. This 1/1 also has to attack into the provoke if it wants to. get away. And we can kill off this 1/1 next turn. So the class I'm playing, or the race I guess you can call, they basically have a bunch of advantages for being next to your hero, which is what the zeal effect is right here. So I usually have high health minions with low damage, but if you have them near your hero, they get more damage usually. And yeah, that's mainly like the theme around this class. Oh, he pushed my taunt all the way to the corner with the opening gammons from this OP minion here. So it'll take a while for him to get back because, yeah, they can only move 2 squares at a time. But what we can do is summon an archer in this corner now, because we can summon in these squares over here now. So if we wanted to, we could summon a minion in this corner. So we might do that. We'll see. We can throw down an archer here. And walk up here. Take out the wolf guy. And let's summon another... actually, we haven't summoned one of these yet. Let's summon a Silver Guard Knight. And we want to put it near our hero. So let's put it... Let's put this here. So now it has +3 attack and provoke. So all of these guys will have to run into it. And this is good because it'll kill everything he has and also deal 3 damage to the hero, which is kind of nice. And we've got our archer up in the corner here. So now that can start dealing damage. He has nothing that can get to it this turn. So he either needs to use a spell to kill it, or we're going to start getting 3 damage on the board. So we'll see what he's doing here. It looks like he's summoning some sort of minion. Oh, he's pushing it to the corner. Okay. Well, I think he's trying to separate my hero from everything else. But I think I'll try and meet all my people up into the middle here. Yeah, we're going to try and meet up in the middle here, I think. And that should allow my hero to live. Now, it's not too big of an issue. My hero is like separated from everything. As long as your hero is not on 0 HP, you're gonna be fine. So we'll see what he's doing here. We got another provoke minion here. Oh, you can have 3 copies of a card in your deck at max. So now he only has 1 more of those pushing away minions. So if I can get another provoke guy up, we should have this. So let's take out this guy here, and we can start moving our dudes all together. And we can sort of create like a wall. And then let's go ping off a person. Now this person can be placed anywhere and deal damage to the minion. So we'll place him over here. So he's safe behind our taunt provoke wall here. And we can use this, which deals 2 damage to a minion, to take out... Well, what should we take out? Let's take out this Gloom Chaser over here. Now we could buff up this turn. What can he do here? You can run all of those into there. Yeah, let's buff up this turn. So that just gave all of our minions +1/+1. And now we're really strong. We're in a really good position here at the moment. We got a good strong defense around our leader. We got an archer up over here. We can move him over later. So he's protected by our shield wall here. And we did get another Silver Guard Knight, which is really nice. So as long as we keep this archer alive, we should be able to get some nice damage off. We'll see what he does. He's gonna use a spell on one of these guys, I think. But we might just walk back a bit and kite him around. And we'll see what he does. Deal 1 damage to an enemy minion and teleport it. Okay. Well, he's trying to get rid of my archer, so he's gonna move it. He's gonna teleport over here. And that's okay. He used 2 spells. He used a spell and the minion to deal with 1 archer. And we still got a nice defense up over here. Which is just gonna get stronger and stronger unless he tries to take it out now. Because the more minions we have, the better our buffs are gonna be. And it's pretty easy to draw into a lot of minions because you have 3 copies of it in your deck, so we could draw our buffs pretty easily. So you just played 2 provokes here. I think that's kind of a waste, to be honest. Like, they're just gonna delay us, sort of. What can we do here? We could start taking out some of these guys. If we do... I think I misplayed that a bit. Oh well. We could go like this. No, let's not do that. We'll take out that, I think. And this guy can walk forward. Take that out. Take that out. And then we can summon another guy. Here, I think. Let's put one of these tigers back in the deck. Okay. So we got a 4-drop, which is better. Where should we put this? Let's go put this over here. And then we could put our Zeal guy over here in the corner. So now we have a really nice defense. And eventually we can just start moving out as a group across the map until we have him in the corner. Hopefully we draw some buffs. Oh, we did draw a buff. Okay. So we got another copy of War Surge here, which is buffing the minions +1/+1. We might get rid of the other one of this to see if we can get more cards. But we'll see. Because the rush is pretty good. It's basically charge unless you attack instantly. So it's really nice to have it. Just in case they summon something big and you need to take it out ASAP. So what do we have here? We might provoke? Okay. Frenzy. Frenzy lets them attack twice. Oh no, Frenzy does like an AoE effect when they attack. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this guy here. Now he's gonna lose his 2 attack, but if we move our leader over here, he will gain it back. So that can take out the provoke minion. This guy can take out the 3/1, and then we can start moving our rest of our people around into better positions and slowly work our way over to him. And yeah, this should be fine. Maybe let's leave this guy at the back here in case he tries to do some crazy rush play or something. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw down our charge here and then buff it up so it'll be 4 damage, and that way you can take out the 7/4 here. And he conceded. So there we go, we won our first match. So yeah, it's like similar to Hearthstone, but like the card text and like the way the cards are worded are really similar to Hearthstone, but the actual gameplay is very different. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video on Duelyst. I've been finding it a bit fun. You can open in like Spirituals, which are like decks and stuff, and that's always fun to do. And it's a lot of cards in the game at the moment, so there's always like a lot to experiment with so far. And since no one knows what they're doing, you run into a lot of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's in beta at the moment. If you want, you can give it a try. Just gotta go to the website and you can get it for free. And yeah, so these are the people we were versing, by the way. Like, as you can see, a lot of this stuff is to summon a bunch of 1/1s or cheap minions, and then you have a lot of cards like this which gain benefits from minions dying. So yeah, you sort of, this guy can go really crazy if he's on the board, just because of all the cheap minions they have. Like sometimes I've seen them get into like 16, stuff like that, and then they just walk up and one-shot your hero. So yeah, they're kind of interesting. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you guys next time.